What? Oh, I did it already.
Okay. Hooray.
Yay.
Okay, and 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, I can't do that.
Oh my God.
Oh, whoa.
In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click.
I think
Wait.
right. Were we supposed to
didn't work.
clap?
What?
It didn't
Hold
work.
on.
Didn't work?
My Audacity now is not working. Hold on.
The audacity.
Jesus
Audacity.
fucking
Okay.
Christ.
I stopped
Undo.
it. Our deletes is-
Hold on. Let
Totally
me restart
Clapped at the
Audacity.
right
Oh,
moment.
I'm pressing buttons that I don't mean to press. It's a great.
This is a great lesson in installing free softwares
Shareware.
or sharewares.
Remember shareware.
Okay, so now Audacity is working, so I'm going to stop that. Close that out.
and
Get it going again.
and
All right. Now I am ready.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click.
bruh,
Okay.
that was not allowed.
Okay, hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Cthulhu and Friends. I am the Game Master. My name is Veronica, and it is a pleasure to be here with you. I've actually never been more excited to
Like
be
never,
alone.
ever?
Ah! Hello, Michael.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I play Todd B.
I am Stacy, and I play Bellamy.
Caca!
And I'm Steph, and I play Clara.
Hey, everybody. This is Fred, and I play Detective Edwards.
Yes.
That is
Oh, wait. Is that not my name?
no.
That's what everybody else calls me.
That's what Todd calls you for sure.
Okay, I hate to tell everyone this, but we are actually not playing the game today. We're going to do a little recap for everyone because we've played a lot of episodes, and typically we try and kind of pull and recap, get everyone on the same page. But I also think this is going to be really good for our investigators as well. Just saying.
So we can like share notes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the last time that we saw you guys, you were in the elevator cutting tension with a knife, and then the door opened. So in this moment that you're all just sort of sitting there, maybe we're just recounting all of the things that have happened in St. Paxton. And so this is that time. It's the longest elevator ride ever.
Oh my God.
I like the idea of like elevator like music playing in the background, and we're all just kind of like waiting to like
Yeah.
get to our floor, and we're just like, yeah, so lots have happened lately.
Yeah.
Oh, please, hero, make our dreams come true.
Bum, 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 bum. All right.
Okay, true fact, that is my favorite song in the entire world.
Oh, it's great.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I literally put it on every single playlist. So
I don't know what that is. So
it's
A
a girl from
playlist?
Ipanema.
It's
it's the what?
It's when you put a bunch of songs together in
Yeah,
a list.
it's like a
That you play?
mixtape.
No,
can
I don't know what the
shuffle it.
song is. I know what it,
A
Oh.
song is a form of music with words associated to it.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Don't
it's an
you-
instrumental.
Did she-
Yeah, I should play it for her. I should play this song for her. We're
I'm
probably
so
going to get in
sorry.
trouble.
Please don't leave us again.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, here.
Olha que coisa mais linda.
Thousand times.
I left.
I think
left.
Open your ears and your heart to the girl from Ipanema. Ipanema.
I put it in my notes.
Ipanema.
Put it in your notes.
It is my favorite song. There are lots of versions of it.
Mm.
Let me think. Ugh, I've got to give you
I'm
the
just
one
gonna
that
make
I
a
love the
playlist of all of
most.
them.
What
Oh.
what language is that?
You don't even need to. I think that's Spanish. I think. I could be wrong.
I feel like it's Italian or something.
Okay. Well, that's a thing that you've said. It's just so relaxing.
No, because I muted you. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
I mean, it got
That's
like
all I'm
a few
playing.
seconds, but
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Oh, it's
that's
Portuguese.
like Italian.
Yeah.
Or Spanish.
Well,
It's
I
like
feel
when you
like
mix
we're really
Italian and Spanish together.
I feel like we're
Stretching.
really treading
Stretching.
on some areas that maybe we don't want to.
I agree.
We just
Right.
alienated
I don't
our
really like
entire
Europe.
Portuguese
No,
fan base.
Michael.
Oh no.
What?
Mhm.
No.
What?
Let's just
What?
move on. Move on.
It's a great song. Everyone should listen to it. I hope that we get some elevator music in the background of this. So, what do you guys remember? What, in your perspective, what has happened, Clara?
Like from the beginning?
Hey, just lay it on me. What do you remember?
Oh
The
god.
last time. Oh wait.
So, I mean, if we're going all the way back from the beginning, we all kind of met up on the beach.
No. Oh my God, no.
What you said from the beginning. Okay.
I didn't.
Where
mean
do you
from
want
that
me to
beginning.
start?
Getting on this island
Okay.
and
So-
having memories.
So we get on the island and we meet Patty, who is very annoying.
Patty, annoying. I'm writing it all down.
Great. And then we go to Malsado Lago.
Malsado Lago. Sounds fancy.
There's our little D&D symbol was on the carriage that we rode in to get there. And
All right, cool. I can see that most of this game has been wasted on you. Edward, what was your perspective?
Well, obviously, we're here to solve the mystery of where our good friend Darius has gone. As we scratch the surface, we realize there's something very magical and mystical about this island, and it's possibly all to the doing of Darius. From what we understand, a long time ago, Darius came to this island, found a huge deposit of gold or something similar, dug it up, and created this amazing little town that we're in. What we found is that we have quite possibly either have come from the future or the past. We have possibly lived this timeline several times, and it's very perplexing to us. We haven't really figured that out yet, but there is evidence of it in the library in St. Paxton. There's also been kind of like rumors or hints that there might be some kind of magic or powers that we possess, especially from my dream, where we are supposed to really kind of dig and find out more, or try to, I think it was like revamp the magic before it wanes or goes away. There's a lot of craziness in regards to people disappearing and dying, which is kind of the first time for the people here. And we believe that it is maybe the island itself or the original inhabitants of the island that Darius has been, quote unquote, for lack of a better term, feeding. And unless we continue to satiate the hunger of this being, power, this entity, they will continue to take it upon themselves to take citizens of St. Paxton.
That's enough out of you.
All right.
Good God. Too many
All
notes.
good.
I've got 5 stickies here. Todd, from your perspective, what was missing from those two synopses?
Synopses.
Synopses?
Is it?
Is it
Yeah.
synopsis or synopsi?
Synopsis.
I'm gonna say
It's
cacti.
sneeze. It's like geese. When you have multiple synopsises, it just becomes sneeze.
Sneeze.
Are you fucking for real?
No, it's a murder of synopsis.
He's got such a straight face, though.
I know.
Looking at him, I was like, he's serious. But then he started sipping his drink, and I was like, he's lying.
You should run
Right.
for mayor.
Uh,
We have the alien posing as a bird that's a time traveler with her master pet, Clem. Then we have that Clem and Lily somehow know Darius, who has disappeared almost without a trace, except for, he left a lot of traces like letters and things. But there's a lot of things that he didn't mention and we didn't know about until like suddenly we have the magistrate of justice. We have all these other kind of people coming in who we don't remember hearing about or seeing at any time. We have a magic librarian that has all sorts of tomes on things that we were doing that we haven't done yet. That Todd theorizes the time traveler obviously takes us into the past. That's how we do it.
Okay, great.
Additionally, he has not gone on a single date yet.
No dates. This is great. I really enjoy hearing everyone's perspective, and kind of like the things that stuck out to them as the most important. You'll notice that I left someone out because Stacy takes diligent notes, and so I wanted to kind of see what it was before we bring in the note master.
Oh, I feel a very lot of pressure on me right
Wait,
now.
You
didn't
don't
she
need
scribble
to.
them all out?
I did. Oh, I meant to take a picture and show that to Twitter what had
Oh.
happened. I'm still gonna do it.
What happened was, well,
Okay.
God, when Fred keyed up and was like, "Wait, you're taking it on paper?" like no.
So first, Bellamy is still thinking about Todd's horrendous outfit. And the fact that he ate that nasty cranch. She just cannot, I can't get it out of my head. But also, this is a weird segue, but moving back to the dead missing girl is, where do we go from here and what leads do we have? Her mother's in a hospital. The island is being overtaken by plantimals that we have no idea really how to handle, except that supposedly Alan does, and he's here. We have to know what his business is in this. Those books contain versions of stories, and there's of course a lingering moment on a certain relationship, and
which one was that?
it's definitely the
between-
possible wedding between Clara and Edward, and then the necklaces, which she looks down and holds the item that the symbol is on, because it's still around her neck, and thinks about the symbol that is also branded on Clara's face, and how that all ties into this as well.
Okay. Wow. None of these are relevant to the main story. Absolutely.
I
none.
fucking quit.
I
There's
am
the
What?
just
I've
kidding.
got
Actually. These are all
notes.
extraordinarily relevant to the main story. I'm glad to kind of have heard your perspectives on this. So I wanted this to be a little bit different than what we normally do. I didn't want to do a Q&A. I also didn't want to do like a full recap, but really kind of have you get in the moment of what your character's seeing. And I did put Clara on the spot. So
I do have other thoughts.
if you have
Share.
additional thoughts, please feel free to share them.
So I think currently the forefront in Claire's mind is these planimals and the manifests and how they connect. Because when we don't sign the manifests, people die or go disappearing. The planimals, if they're not fed, they spread looking for food. And so I think that's kind of the biggest worry in my mind, that somehow these planimals are taking over or taking back their island. Like maybe they were all there before and Darius somehow pushed them away.
Okay. So the elevator ride seems to just keep on going. It's
God damn it.
really weird. I mean, like, what, you're going to the fourth floor? Who even cares? So you guys have kind of thought all of these things. Your mind is sort of racing. Is there anything that, while you're here anyways, does anyone want to say or talk about something? If not, this will be a super short episode.
I don't know if it's so much something Edward wants to discuss, but the one thing I didn't mention in my recap was there is definitely in the back of his mind, on top of just everything that we're doing, he is consistently thinking about the knowledge he gained from the books about his and Clara's wedding, and possibly in a past life or in a past timeline, them being married. And he wants to talk to her about it, but I think he's struggling with it because he just doesn't know. He's afraid of rejection. And that's why it's been super awkward between Edward and Clara, especially with these other, people being in these conversations. Like with what was the character's name? Was it Sam?
Oh, Sam Kempthorne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just
The
like
good boy Sam. I remember.
yeah, and
That's
just
a good name.
seeing other men flirt with her, he just gets like not like rage jealous, but like really insecure, where he just like, okay, I want to avoid this, like I don't know how to deal with my emotions, kind of thing. And I
Fucking
think that's a
Katie.
lot of fun for me.
Katie.
Fucking Katie with a D. Yeah, Clara is all about avoiding talking about her emotions. So I don't know
That's
how
not
much
canonical.
right?
Canonical.
Canonical?
Yeah, I was like, what?
What?
Canonical?
Yeah, and she's definitely nervous about the topic coming up. And Todd had the idea that this was our future and we went back to the past. And so the wedding pictures are our future in the timeline. But I think Claire's kind of thinking, what if it's the past and we just don't remember it? And so somehow they've already had this wedding that she doesn't even remember. But at the same time, being totally scared to tell Edward how she feels.
So, from the GM's perspective, I really love hearing the different takes that all of you have on the books themselves, but especially that particular scene. Of course, it was one that I really built up, right? But I love the idea that, like, I know what I initially thought about that entire thing, right? But I love that you guys have like different theories about that, because I'm like, oh, that is really good. Why didn't I think of that? Like, it's so good and I love it and it's so wonderful. I think it's so fun for the players to be able to contribute. And what's great is that because there are so many questions in the canon and because nothing is established, I get to change it to whatever I think is right. And so it's so cool. And it's one of the things that I love about tabletop role-playing games is that we're all just collaboratively creating the story together. So I think it's really fun.
Can I just
Thank you
say,
yeah.
like, how screwed Todd is gonna be? Because
Why?
I mean, well, because his focus is on like scientific laws, and so he's like, okay, these things are happening. It's unavoidable that something hasn't happened, but
Yeah.
how? Are we experiencing some sort of like gravity waves that are affecting time? How is this time? Like, there's all these things, and so he's just bemused by the whole. Like, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna figure this out. It's all. This is all just nobody understands. I'll figure it out, and then it'll be awesome. He'll
It's a
solve the
logic
puzzle.
puzzle to you.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna find the answer,
Yeah.
or at least not the one he's looking for.
That's so funny. So in our group Slack, we had talked a little bit about kind of the game that we're playing and how do you guys level up and how do you, excuse me, and how do you replenish these points that you're spending? So in Trail of Cthulhu, which is what we're playing now, you have to get to the end of your mystery. You have to solve that mystery. And one of the things that I shared with you that I also want to share with the listener. I'm sorry, I had like the biggest burp of all time.
Oh, now you mute it when we were all ready to hear it.
I'm so sad we didn't get to hear it.
It was like a big old Topo Chico burp. It was real gross. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to share with the listeners as well was kind of what I had mentioned to you guys in Slack. And it's not so much like revealing a hand so much as I just kind of wanted to put this out there because we have new players, we have a new world, and everything is just different. And I wanted to, just share some stuff with you guys. So I'm scrolling back. Sorry, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Good luck.
Please feel fucking free to cut this.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bum, 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 bum. Oprah, huh? Super sweet lady. She
Oh
was
my
great.
god, yeah, giving us all mints and
Yeah.
How about that Sam? Sam was great.
Yeah, no, he was
he
not
liked
so great.
painting. He seemed very supportive of art.
Yeah, he liked art. It was really good
Yeah.
art things, Edward.
I love art.
So
What's
as
your
you're thinking
favorite
about
art, Edward?
I love his art, I found my
art.
message.
I like it because Steph and Fred were humming the song together and swaying on the camera, and then it was like this weird interlude of conversation that had to go awkward again.
We do awkward real well.
It reminded me of the moment between Pam and Roy when he's like trying to compliment her art and he's like, your art is the best art.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Aw.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. So you guys don't just have the one investigation going on, and people probably play Trail of Cthulhu differently than I do, and good for you if you do. I hope you're having a great time. This is the way that I am playing it. So after you finish a mystery, you're able to regain some of your points, all this good stuff. In order to not help you do that, I'm not giving you one mystery at a time or one case at a time. Presently, you guys have 5 cases. So what you guys decide to do with those is totally up to you. You can let some of those go. You can regroup, prioritize, and figure all those things out. So in game, that's probably something that you guys probably want to do at some point. But yeah, that's it.
So, and I've been wondering about that. Is there kind of like one like overarching mystery, and then there are several smaller mysteries that if we're able to solve maybe some of the smaller mysteries, we could then regain those points and quote unquote level up?
Absolutely. So, of course, the the smaller mysteries can lead into all of the bigger mysteries that are
Mhm.
happening as well. So they all sort of connect to each other, but it's very easy, at least in this game, to spread yourself out and spread yourself so thin that nothing actually gets solved and
Mm.
you die.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
not do
So
that.
now is
that
a really
escalated
good
quickly, and I hate it.
now's a really
Yeah.
good time to let you know that I'm the type of person that like ignores the main quest for like as long as possible and completes all the side quests.
Listen,
So
You know, so long as we complete the side quests and we
Yeah.
can heal.
250 hours logged in
Mm.
Skyrim. Just saying.
still don't know about those dragonborn up on the mountain.
listen, you guys are describing my real life, so please stop. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to convey to you. I'm sorry, dear listener, if this is the most boring episode you've ever listened to. But yeah, that's just sort of what I wanted to do tonight was go over some of what you guys have been through. If you guys have questions that you don't understand about the game mechanics, if there are story questions that you need clarification on, let me know.
Also, listeners, if you could send us your thoughts on what you think the 5 mysteries are, we definitely don't need the help, but would probably read your responses. Just saying at CF Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Yeah, that's
Just for funsies.
that's a great idea. That's a great way to get yourself killed.
Backfire!
Yeah, listeners, don't do it.
That was a terrible idea, Mike.
What?
Look, I think it's super important that we focus on the most important mystery about
wedding.
how a bad person Sam is and trying to figure out, like what his motives are. He's obviously a bad person.
I
So
think his motives were just to be helpful and a good gardener.
A little helpful, huh?
Oh.
That was his only motivation. I would like to know what happened to James Vanderbeek.
I would like to address this immediately. One of the things that these people do to me is they know that I don't write down character names like for my NPCs, which is why we have blessed names like the boss and Nighthawk, things of this nature. I think the only character in which I gave a ton of thought to was naming Tess. That's it. That's the only character I've been like, oh yeah, for sure. And of course, like 42, right? But for the most part, these like throwaway NPCs, I don't give them a whole lot of thought. And so I don't know. If you are a listener of this podcast and you've ever gone to a store and maybe not seen the person's name tag, let me know if you're the type of person that would ask, hey, what's your name? What about your last name?
what street are you from?
Yeah, what street are you from?
What if
But
I am the
then-
type of person who does
We
that?
just like to introduce
Imagine that
ourselves.
you're
Then send me a video
person
of you doing it.
living in
Challenge
bird
accepted.
world. What would you do? And that's obviously ask everyone about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they
personally.
do. In
That's-
bird world.
ha-
That's
is
their
that what you've
cultural
experienced?
norm.
That's why we're all okay with it being destroyed.
Wait, who was James Vanderbeek again? Like,
He's the one, the shop that disappeared, and he sold us
He's,
the
the
Oh, the
Oh.
watch guy.
watches.
Next to Katie?
Yeah,
Next to Katie?
yeah, next to fucking Katie's.
I will say I do give thought to Katie's. So
The D is for destruction.
okay,
Knocked
any
over
other
the clock.
questions, comments, crippling fears?
Hmm.
Maybe that's what we should name this episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. I
Sorry.
have a lot
No,
of questions,
no,
but
like-
they're not like in context very helpful.
well, I've got loads of questions, but they're things we're gonna have to solve, like in game. It's not
Okay.
things you're gonna just answer. Like, what are the 5 mysteries?
Well, let's get to it in the next episode of Cthulhu and Friends. It has been an honor to be your question answerer, and you can find me at Typical Veronica. And we don't do this anymore, so. All right, and stopping the recording.
Oh no, that was quick.
I told you it was going to be fast.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
So
It was
what are we calling
just a
this?
minute shy.
This was S1E18.
Oh.
I don't know if we need to call this the one in the elevator. Or
I
what?
put recap-ish.
I'm down with recap-ish.
You said E18?
18?
Yeah, 18. It is an episode, y'all. Calm down.
What?
Calm down.
That's what E stands for.
Oh, everybody can see me saving it.
Stands for excellent.
I thought it was Edward.
All right.
All right.
Shall I refresh the stream so we can go to 19?
Sure, that sounds great.
All right, stream. BRB.
BRB.